When you're in a position and you're trying to navigate a situation without solid answers because you can't predict. If I make a decision here, I cannot foretell every single scenario and where and how that plays out. It's impossible to do that. I can look at all the data in the world, but I can't predict human behavior. I can't predict the external things that go on outside of the country, outside of my state. I can't predict all that to make a decision. But what is the process of trying to make a decision? It's called discussion, civil discourse, throwing things out. Yeah, knowing that there's going to be a moment where there's some contention, there's a stress, and there's an emotional response to what is being thrown out. But when you throw something out and then it has time to have that response, it gives you some very empirical data to be able to make a better decision. If I float an idea, like they use the example of a 50-year mortgage, okay? We all know that 50-year mortgage puts somebody in debt for a long amount of time and pays very little equity off of the house. So as in real estate, we know those numbers. We understand them. But what would happen by floating the idea of a 50-year mortgage, you get to hear the consumer sentiment in response to it, which then tells you, that's a good idea, or that's a bad idea. So this is how you work through a situation. It's not about just making decisions and making things happen. That's a good strategy. Throwing some things out, let it simmer and see what happens, and then start working backwards and seeing where to land and make those corrections. That's wisdom, right?